Finally, I can say, welcome to class. I'm really glad you guys are here. I'm Bob Miller, so I'll be teaching the course, if you can call what I do teaching. All right, this is going to be a fun course. This is going to be very interactive. We're going to have learn some cool stuff. This is going to be the best course you guys have ever taken. You're going to learn some practical techniques that you'll be able to take with you for the rest of your life. You'll be able to learn some memory techniques that you'll be able to use in school. You'll be able to use on your job, whatever job it is. You'll be able to use for your tricks and your magic shows and just for some cool demonstrations. When I was a teenager, I bought a book called The Memory Book by Harry Lorraine and Jerry Lucas, and it taught how to do memory stuff, like memorize names and lists and do speeches and numbers. And from that, I've been doing it all my life. I would do, and sometimes I'd do it to show off to people. I would say, hey, give me a long list of numbers, and I'll remember it, or I'd remember people's phone numbers. Now these days, of course, you guys don't have to remember anybody's phone numbers, right? Because it's in your phone. But what happens if you ever lost your phone and you had to call someone for help? Would you have anybody's number in your brain? That happened to me one time when I picked up a hitchhiker guy. His car had broke down, so I bought him a gas station. Then when we got there, he went, oh, I don't have my phone with me. I don't even know my girlfriend's number. That's the way it is. You don't even need to know people's phone numbers. Now, smartphones can help you with a lot of this stuff. They can help you memorize lists and phone numbers, and you can look up all your passwords, but it will be a convenience if you're able to remember that stuff yourself. But this course is going to be not just memory, it's also going to be about magic. And so you're going to be learning some magic tricks that you'll be able to do a children's birthday party show. Okay? And that's really fun and cool, and you can make a lot more money doing a children's birthday party show than going on a job and working at, some fast food restaurant or some other hourly wage job, right? Guess how much money I charge my customers when I do a children's birthday party for half an hour of magic plus balloon animals? Any ideas? 15 or 10?
Yeah, I'm retired.
Okay, so James is saying 15 or 10. Evan, what do you think?
50.
50? Oh, getting closer. What about you, Max? What do you think?
I don't know, maybe 50 to 100.
All right, getting closer. Francis?
So it's higher than 50 or 100.
Yes.
150.
Getting even closer. I charge $200. If I have to travel any long distance, then I charge them for mileage too. Now, of course, I worked up to that. I didn't start charging that initially. But, just think about how many hours you have to work at a waiter job or a delivery job to earn $200. So it's really a great skill that you'll be able to learn yourself. This is what we're going to be talking about, the memory magic. I'm going to do some tricks, some memory demos for you and some magic tricks. We're going to talk about what mnemonics is. Just to tell you, this M is not pronounced. It's mnemonics. Go ahead and say that. Mnemonics. And then you guys are going to be thinking about a list that you would like to do for an end of class assignment of memorizing 40 things in a row. And that's for the end of the memory part. Okay, this class is going to be, it's 15 weeks long. The first 7 weeks, we're going to be focusing mostly on the memory. The first hour of the class will be for memory. Then the last half hour will be magic. And then after we do our memory demo on week 7 or week 8, then we're going to flip it, and then we're going to spend an hour devoted to magic, and then the last half hour will be to review the memory stuff. Okay? I welcome any questions, so if you have questions, just speak up and say whatever is on your mind, okay? Because I like this to be a dialogue, not a lecture. So if anything pops in your head, feel free to show it, to say it. I'm going to be doing a little magic show for you, and that is going to be all of the tricks that you'll be learning in this course. So my expectations for you, respectful, attentive, honest, work hard, and have fun. Any questions before I go on any further? So far, so good? Okay. Now, about me. Okay. So, let me pop this out. I'm married to Mrs. Hope, if you guys didn't know that. And I am a twin. I have a twin brother. His name is Bill, and we are identical twins, so we do look alike. And when we were growing up, people couldn't tell us apart. They really did. When we got our jobs at McDonald's, my name tag said Bob or Bill, and his said Bill or Bob, because we would always get called. People say, "Are you Bob or Bill?" They just say that all the time. Or if they'd say Bill, I'd turn, because I think maybe they're talking to me, right? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the clicking. I think it's the radiators heating up or something.
Yeah, it does that all the time.
Yeah, that's what it has to do in an old school, right? So I am, now, even though I'm a twin, and I grew up with a multiple identity, I am unique, and so are you guys. There's nobody like you. There's nobody that has your same personality, combination of personality and characteristics, and the things you're interested in, the skills you're good at. Nobody can replace you. So God has got a plan for you guys in the kingdom. He's got something planned for you that only you can do. So, so believe that. You're a special person. Oh, and my dad's favorite story that he would tell had to do with me being a twin. When I was growing up, my cousin Roger would call me Bob, and he'd call my brother more Bob. And then, now that my twin brother has got grandchildren, his grandchildren, Moses, just on his own, started calling me fake grandpa. So, but we're unique, okay? Now, in my job, this is how I got started with the memory magic stuff. For 20 years, I was a professional magician. That's all I did for my job. I lived down in Rochester, in Rochester, Minnesota, southeast Minnesota, and I just did magic shows. I performed tableside magic at restaurants. I also performed children's birthday parties, like you're going to be learning today, in this course. I also performed at company picnics and company Christmas parties and all kinds of business meetings and all over the place, all around southern Minnesota, mostly southern Minnesota. Sometimes I get some jobs up here in the Twin Cities. But that's what I started doing was magic, and because of the magic, I fell into the memory thing. So I started memorizing the names of people in my audience, okay? In fact, when I would do a magic show, I would do some walk-around magic. You know, before dinner, everybody's just milling around. They would have an event where it's like a company party, and then people bring in their spouses or their personal friend, so nobody knew everybody. But when I'd walk around, I'd meet people, I'd ask them their names. Then after the walk-around magic was done, the social hour was done, we'd have dinner. And then after dinner, I'd do a stand-up show, magic show up front, and I would name everybody in the audience. You'll be able to learn how to do that, okay? It takes practice, but that's how I got into the memory stuff, was because of the magic, okay? Now, I'm telling you these things about my interests because in the moment I'm going to be having you write down your interests. I have interest in computers. Currently, that is my full-time job. I do computer programming, working for my twin brother. Now he's the boss. I also played chess. When I was in 8th grade, I won 3rd place in the state of Minnesota in the junior high category. So I was a real chess nerd for a while. And I've been getting into it a lot lately. I do writing. I've written 5 novels. 3 of them are published. I'm working on editing the 4th one right now. And the 5th one is written but needs to be edited yet. That's actually how Mrs. Hope and I met, was at a writing group. And I'm also into science fiction. So I like science fiction, and of course, I got science fiction in my stories, right? Gotta have that. So, all right, why I like mnemonics. Let me just pop these all down here. This mnemonics teaches me that I can do hard things. I never believed that I could memorize the names of 80, or I've even done 100 people. I never believed that I could until I started doing it. I learned that I could do something hard. It's a convenience too. Don't you hate like looking up passwords and stuff to log into your computer or stuff? You know, in my job, we spend so much time just on security, looking up numbers and stuff. It's really irritating. Knowing like at least one person's phone number for an emergency call is a really good thing. I like to show off doing memory tricks. Like one thing I used to do in high school is I'd hand out a shuffled deck of playing cards and I'd ask somebody to remove 3 or 4 cards. And then I'd just deal the cards down one at a time like this. They're shuffled, remember, and I was just looking at each one once. And after I get all 50 or 49 cards dealt down, I tell them the 3 cards I didn't see. Just show off, right? But the other thing is that this is going to demonstrate competence to other people. When I would do my magic show, let me tell you, magicians don't really get much respect from people, okay? A lot of people kind of look down on magicians. If you ever see a magician represented in a sitcom, they're usually represented as a dork or a geek or, you know, somebody unfunny, not cool. In the movies it's different, but in sitcoms, magicians don't get any respect. So when I would do the magic show, you know, the memory demo, first I'd do one magic trick and then I'd name everybody in the audience. And then I'd come back up on stage and I'd say, I know what you're thinking, good looks and brains, right? But it was true because when I would name people in the audience, everybody would look around like this. They'd go, where's the list? What's he looking at? They can't believe that I'm doing it. And so it raises their esteem of me. And as you are competent in your memory and on the job or whatever, it will raise people's esteem of you too. And that's a good thing. Now this, what you're gonna see here is a magic trick that I did online. It was I'm making a video course online to sell online. And this is one of the first, it's in the first course. And it's a magic trick that summarizes what somebody will be learning in my memory video course. And what I'm saying here will also apply to you guys too. Now, I'm going to have to turn the sound up really loud because, you know, I don't have any extra speaker or something like that. But if you can't hear everything I say, that's okay because the main thing is focus on that glass of milk, okay?
Hello, I'm Bob Miller. In my Memory Magic course, you will learn how to increase your memory powers. Let's imagine that this small 4-ounce glass of milk represents your total memory capacity. Most people, when asked about their memory skills, will say that they can't remember very well. So the small size of this glass represents their faith in their ability or inability to recall items. Now in my course you'll be learning a number of different methods, but the first thing that you're going to learn is about mindset. Believing that you can recall more than you ever thought possible. If you apply that mindset and just remember to remember, that in itself will help you to increase your memory capacity. But you'll also be learning some other methods. One basic method that you'll be learning is associate pairs. When you learn that basic skill, that will also help you to increase your memory powers. But there's more. You'll also be learning how to remember linked lists, so that you can remember a list of any length. And there's even more. You'll also be learning a very powerful technique, which is called the journey method. And when you apply that, you will also be able to increase your memory capacity. this point, most people will be satisfied because they learned how to remember names and faces. They learned how to remember lists of any length. They learned how to give speeches without notes. But there's more. I will also teach you how to combine these techniques so that you can remember even more. And I'll teach you how to recall numbers, which is one of the most difficult things for people to remember. And I'll teach you about peg lists, which will allow you to remember a numerical location of any item within a list. And you'll also learn how to apply these methods to all parts of your life until you become known as the person who can remember. But the ultimate goal isn't to increase your memory. It's what you can do with your increased memory. If you'd like more information about the magic of memory, then go to memorymagic.info.
So in that video, I said that this is what we're going to be learning in class. We're going to be learning paired associates. That's like names and faces. Your friend's name and their phone number. Or like state and a capital. You're also going to be learning about linked lists. Like if you ever have to remember a list of 10 or 20 or 30 things in a row, all in one chain, you're going to learn that. And you're also going to learn the journey method, which is really useful, but it's most useful for giving speeches without notes. And I'll be using the journey method to do this memory demo for you here today, too. And you're also going to be learning names and faces. And if we are able to proceed on it, we're going to work on numbers, too. Numbers is like one of the hardest things to learn because there's multiple steps that have to happen, and numbers are very abstract, but we might be able to progress to doing that, too. Okay? I presented my memory workshop at churches, banks, credit unions, companies, schools. I have even taught these memory techniques to elementary school students. I had a program that was called the Elememory Show. It was an educational program that taught students about the brain and also about how to memorize stuff. And in the show, I would teach the kids how to remember a list of 10 items. And when it was all over, I would say to them, now recite the list backwards. They'd do it without any practice at all. And each trick, whenever they named the right trick, then I do a magic trick based on that. This is the snake box trick. That's me with my brain hat. So here's some things that I memorized. I memorized names of 80 to 100 people. I've memorized pi to 400 decimal places. I've memorized magazines, like for memory demo. I've memorized the titles, the headlines, and the photos, captions that are in a magazine, and I rip out the pages and hand out the pages to the audience, and they'd call out a page number, and I'd tell them what's on it. Birth dates of famous people. So a lot of times I'd be performing in restaurants, and somebody have a birthday, and I'd tell them a famous person that they share a birthday with. Speeches, playing cards. You can see a demonstration of that today. And more. Okay. The 80 names video. All right, so I've got another video for you to watch. Now this is only 4 minutes long, but it's really cool. This is going to be inspiring. What happened at this event is there was a lot more than 80 people at the event, but I was doing walk around magic. I've only met the guy who hired me. And then I did my first magic trick, and then I said, I'd like to, greet everyone. And so I started walking around in the audience, okay? And I just named these people, and this was the first time that I met them on that day. So we'll see how that looks.
Well, I'm very glad to be here, and I'm very happy that all of you came here too. And some of you saw me doing some walk-around magic, some close-up magic tricks during the show. I will be doing a close-up magic trick later for those of you who missed that, but I didn't get around to everybody, and so I apologize for that. But I would like to personally welcome the people that I did get around to and meet today. So I would just like to come over here and say welcome to Glee, and to Steve, and to Dave, and to Mr. Gleason, and Eric, and Leroy, and Lorimer, and Sam, and Becky,
That's what it looks like to name 80 people. Do you think you could do it?
Yeah, so maybe.
Yeah, so James says yes, with the right training, right? I know, and you're thinking, Francis, at this point, you couldn't do it, but you could eventually, okay? Everything that I can do, you guys can do because I don't have any special memory skills. I don't have any special, no, I have special memory skills, but I don't have any special memory powers or abilities. I've just learned how to remember stuff. I can forget stuff as easily as anybody, all right? Oh, there's pi. I told you I memorized pi before. That's 400 decimals, starting there. Now, do you see the letters along the side? This is like battleship, okay? I've got this randomly memorized. I mean, I could recite the whole thing, but that'd be boring. So instead, I'm just going to ask each of you to name, give me a coordinate. We'll start with Max. I'm not going to look at that, okay? Just give me a coordinate. I'll tell you the 4 numbers that are there.
F6.
Did you say F6? I think that is, it starts with a 2, right?
Yeah,
All right, 2, 8, 4, 7,
yeah.
right? All right, James?
H10.
H10 is, see the key word on that is hose, and the number, the word that is connected to that is half off tag, which is 8817. Okay? Okay, and now Evan? G7 is gag, and I think that is 3486, right? Okay, Francis?
F3.
F3, that is 7, yeah, 7566. So I learned this a long time ago, and then I only reviewed it just last month when I taught the Remember the Room workshop here at Mid-Metro Academy. And so I just did this demonstration for them. So I said, all right, I'm not going to review anything because I just want to see how well I can remember it without reviewing it. So it's been a month since I've looked at this, okay? You could do this too. Seriously. The 25 cards live demo. Okay. We got time for one more. Now this is fun. See, I'm going to have my friend Francis come on up here, please. Come on around like that because all right, this is a magnetic board. These are magnetic cards. The cards, as you can see, are shuffled up. They're in different order. I don't care what order you give them to me. You're going to be handing me a total of 25 cards. I'm going to put them on the board, and I'm going to memorize them. And since this is a class, I'm using the journey method, I'll sort of walk through in my brain what I'm thinking about so you can understand the process. So hand me any card you want, please. Yeah, and then you're going to get the next one ready so we can whip it up right away. Okay, this is the King of Diamonds. So I'm going to put that up at number 1 spot. That is my backyard. Drink, that's a giant drink in my backyard. Hand me a card. Okay, this is the Queen of Hearts. That is Queen. That's going to go number 2. This is going to go a queen jumping off the balcony of the neighbor's house. And this is Dam. Now the house with the porch on has got a big dam. It's holding back the water from coming in there. When they open the door, all the water comes out. And this is Heart. And that's going to be, there's a bunch of hearts hanging on the fence. Spot number 25. Thank you, Francis. You did great. Okay. Okay. Why don't you give me one, James?
4.
4 is that is the dolls in the water, the swimming pool, and so that is doll is 5 of diamonds, right? Okay, Evan.
7.
7. Okay. 7 is let me see. Oh, that's the club. That's Jack of Clubs. Okay, Francis. The 1 through 25. 15. Okay, the 15th spot is hoop, 9 of hearts. Okay, then next is 13 is dash. That's 6 of diamonds. And then 14 is hair. Oh, that's hair. That's 4 of hearts. And then 15 is 9 of hearts. Who? And then next is Dream, which is Queen of Diamonds. And then next is Hail, which is 5 of hearts. And then next is 18 is Hash, and that is 6 of hearts. And then next is 19, which is King of Hearts, Hinge. And then next is 20, which is Cash, that's 7 of clubs, 6 of clubs. And then 21 is Cake, that's 7 of clubs. Then 22 is Hoof, that's 8 of hearts. And then 23 is Suit, that's 9 of spades. Then 24 is Dam, which is 3 of diamonds. And then 25 is Jack of hearts. So that's memorizing half the deck, like that. Just think how that could help you if you're playing cards. If you're playing cards, or if you're playing poker, or I'm not saying you should use it for gambling purposes, but I'm saying, you know, it could be helpful, right? All right. Did you guys get what I was doing as far as making these funny stories? Was saying like the dog was in the mailbox and stuff like that. That's what makes it memorable, okay? So this course isn't really about studying, it's not about study techniques. This will help you in your school and your lessons and stuff, but it's not about study techniques, which is boring, right? See, the thing is about schools is that they tell you to memorize a lot of stuff, right? But they don't ever tell you how to memorize it, right? So that's part of what this will help you. Mnemonics is study and development of a system for improving and assisting the memory. So it's assisting your memory. And good memory equals good imagination. You saw I was just imagining some things. I wasn't trying to remember some things. I was just imagining things, and then they automatically made it easy for me to remember them, okay? And you have to imagine the scene clearly in your head. Next week, we are going to be doing the belief expanding demo. I don't think we're going to take the time. Yeah, it would knock into our magic time. So we will be doing the belief expanding demo where you guys will you're going to memorize 10 random things that I will I'll show you the 10 random things. We're going to be going through those 10 random things, and you're going to learn them all, okay? So let me say one last thing about the memory. The reason I asked you about your interests is because you will, at the end of the course, you're going to be reciting a long list, okay? And choose something you're interested in, okay? Maybe you guys, right, so you're interested in sports, right? So maybe you want to remember the names of the basketball champions for the last 40 years or something like that. Whatever you're interested in. If you're interested in, I don't know how you apply this to Lego, but whatever your topic is, you will get to choose the thing that you are going to memorize the list on. So it might be something you are valuable to you, that's valuable to you in order to, would help you in your life, okay? All right, so let's do the magic now. Now, this is going to be a demonstration for a children's birthday party show, and so you guys get to act like children. No. So this will be a magical demonstration for the children's birthday party show, and kids are very rambunctious when they're watching a show, okay? Especially, I know how to control their energy, and so we're not going to have the same energy level as we would have in a real children's birthday party show, okay? But let's go through it. Whose got the closest birthday now to this day?
May 8th.
May 8th. So when is yours, Evan?
February 27th.
February 27th. Anybody closer? All right, then it's going to be Evan's birthday party. All right? Hello, boys and girls. Oh, fortunately, there's no girls here, right? So we'll have a better birthday party, right? So we are here for Evan's magical birthday party. Happy birthday, Evan. I'm Bob Miller, the magician, and this is my magic wand, and this is a special magic wand because it does what I say, just like an obedient dog. Stay. Pretty good, huh? See, it stays right where I told it to stay. And oh, wait a minute. Okay, what I said is, This is like in my obedient dog, he does whatever I say. Stay. See, I told you he stays right like when I tell him. Of course, when I'd be doing that, normally the kids would be yelling at that and saying, no, he didn't stay. And I'd be, no, he stayed. You'll see, he'll stay right there. Stay. Wow! I guess he's not such an obedient dog. Okay, well anyway, this is my magic wand, and watch out because it's loaded, because it has some magical powers. In fact, what will happen is that when I wave my wand like that, magic will happen. So I'll make sure I only point at my hand where the magic will happen. All I do is when I wave my hand like the wand like this, and with one tap, a magical ball will appear in my hand. What I meant is when I tap 2 times, the magical ball will appear in my hand. What I meant is when I tap this hand, yeah, that's it. When I tap this hand, the magical ball will appear in my hand. And wait a minute, for some reason it's not working. Do you know why it's not working? Because we forgot to say the magic birthday words, and the magic birthday words are happy birthday, Evan. So on the count of 3, we're all going to say that, then the magic will happen. 1, 2, 3, happy birthday, Evan. Oh, and then the ball appears. That's the first part of the trick. Now for the second part of the trick, I'm going to make the ball disappear from my hand. All it takes is a little tap like that, ta-da, and it's gone. Pretty cool, huh? Oops, it's not good. All right, what I meant is when I tap 2 times on my hand, the ball will disappear like this. Tap, tap, and ta-da! Oh, wait a minute. Okay, no, what I meant is when I tap 3 times, then the ball will disappear from my hand. 1, 2, 3, and oh! That's supposed to jump across there like that. Okay, anyway, let's try it again. Oh, we have to say the magic birthday words, right? 1, 2, 3, happy birthday, Evan. Oh, and it really does disappear. Good job. That's the magic disappearing ball trick. And now for the next trick. I brought along some dice. Right here. These are big red dice. Now the dice has got different numbers on there. What number is that,
6.
kids? And what number is let's see if we could do it this way. And what number is that? Oh, is that one?
3.
All right, so that's going to go right here. Now notice that my hand is palm down, and when I turn my hand over, now I want you all to point wherever the 6 is. So you're either going to point this way or that way. I want you all to put your hands up right now and point in the direction where the 6 is. Now when I turn my hand over, then the 6 will be on which side?
That side.
When I turn my hand over like this, the 6 is on which side now?
This side.
So all right, and now what side is it on?
That side.
Okay, and now what side is it on?
That side.
It's still on that side? Okay, when I turn my hand over, then it should go over to the other side, right? What, it didn't? It's still over on that side? Maybe if you look really close. What about now? But far away, it's, see, that's the way that goes. And that's magic dice. And you can look at them too and see that it's just regular old dice. Oh, this is a fun magic trick that uses paper cups. As you see, we're using 3 paper cups and a little red ball. Okay, that ball goes right on top there. And then we just stack this up here, and then I just give it a little tap. When I tap that, the ball falls all the way through. Okay, let's try it again. As you can see, there isn't actually a hole in the bottom of the cup, either in the bottom or in the top of the cup. And now we've got another ball. Right there, that goes right on top, and then this one goes on top here, and then this one goes on top here. And when I tap it, tap, tap, the magic happens, and it falls all the way down. Now we've got another one. That makes 2. Let's try it again. We'll try it again. And now we're going to do one more. Right there. That goes right on top. When I tap like this, okay, all it takes a little tap, 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 and then boom, they go all the way through. And that is the magic cups and balls trick. And the audience is stunned into silence, right? Yes. Anyway. So that's Magic Cups and Balls trick. That's a classic of magic. Now we're going to take that a little bit further. We'll do more with the balls in a little bit, but now I get to show you a rope trick. Now I want to tell you something about this rope trick. This is the actual ropes that I use to perform perform for my professional show for the audiences, and I have a long routine. We're just gonna be teaching you one part of this routine. So this is something that I actually do in my shows too, okay? And we use these ropes. This is a story, boys and girls, about the inchworm family. This is the inchworm family right here. This is a magnified view of the inchworm family. There's the daddy inchworm, there's mommy inchworm, and there's the baby inchworm. One day the inchworm family was inching their way across the yard. And then they came to this great big gigantic little stream. Well, it seemed very big to them because they were only an inch long. So the daddy inchworm, he was able to get across, just like that. He went right across the stream, no problem. Now the mommy inchworm, she could get across if she went across a little bit like this and then hopped and then she got across. But poor little baby inchworm, he couldn't get across at all and he was stuck. What were they going to do? Fortunately, Bob the magician was around, so he was able to help them. And so Bob the magician said, all right, I'm going to help the inchworm family. What we're going to do is, Bob the magician just took their heads in one hand like this, and their tails in the other hand, kind of lined them up like that, and then he said the magic birthday words, happy birthday, Evan. And then on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, all of the inchworms stretched out to the same size, like that. And then they were able to stretch across. Then the daddy inchworm was able to get across, and then the mommy inchworm was to get across to join the daddy inchworm, and then the baby inchworm was able to get all the way across the stream. But then they had another problem. When they got all the way across, they couldn't tell who was who was the daddy and who was the mommy. Well, fortunately, Bob the magician was there. Oh, and you guys can help me too, but in this case, we'll just stay on camera so you can do it. I would have you just grab a hold of the worm's head and give a pull, and there's the baby inchworm. You pull another one, and there's the daddy inchworm, and there's mommy inchworm, and then they could tell each other apart, and they lived happily ever after until they inched their way across the road and got squished by a tire. Oh, I made up that last part myself. And that's the story of the inchworm family. Yay! What we're gonna do. 1, 2, there we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, keep your eyes on those little guys right there. 3 balls, 1 hand, this goes like this. 1 goes here, 1 goes here, and 1 goes to the pocket. Now, I know this might be really hard for you guys to remember, but can you remember how many balls were left in the hand? How many?
2.
Let's take a look and let's see. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. I'm sorry, you counted wrong. Okay, let's try it again. There's 1, there's 2. Does that look like 2 to you guys right there? Right? Okay, and this one goes in the pocket just like before. What? No, it's really in there. Okay, and when I give it a little snap and tap like that, how many balls did you see in there?
3.
Let's see. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Okay, let's try it one last time. Okay, here goes 1, here goes 2, and 1 in the pocket just like before. All right, let's give a little tap. What do you think? How many are in there?
2.
How many do you think are in there? How many do you think are in there?
1,
How many do you think are in there?
2.
No, there's actually not any. So you guys were all really close. Now that was fun, but let's see if we can do that in somebody else's hand. Okay, so I'm going to have James come around. If you want to come around that side, around that side right over there. You can stand right in front of the desk here, and I think that this will work out. Okay, get you on. See, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. Okay, there we go. So we got you on camera. You're going to turn this way a little bit so everybody can see what's happening. Right. Okay. So that was fun seeing the magic balls, do the tricks in my hand, right? But wouldn't it be better if it happened in your hand?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. All right. So first thing, are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right hand.
Then you hold up your right hand, and the ball's going to go in hand. When it goes in your hand, you should squeeze really tight like that. Because if you don't squeeze really tight, it might jump out. Okay, so squeeze hard. Turn your hand down like this, like a fist. And then I'm just going to give a little tap like this. Tap, tap, tap. Did you feel the magic happen?
No.
Really? Maybe it didn't work. Let's try it again. Tap, tap, tap. Did you feel anything that time?
No.
Really? Didn't you feel me go like this?
Oh yeah.
Well, I actually felt anything. I thought maybe you weren't feeling well. Now, make sure the audience and everybody can see. Turn your hand over and carefully open up. Open up. Oh, there's 2 of them. Good job. 1, 2. All right, let's try it again. I want you to hold up your hand. You're going to squeeze tight like this. Squeeze hard. Turn your hand down like this. We're going to give a little tap. Tap, tap. Did you feel anything?
Yeah.
I thought you might feel something in that time. Now carefully turn your hand over, open it up so everybody can see. And there's 1, 2, 3 of them. Congratulations. All right, let's try Now, let's try something a little bit different this time, okay? So we're gonna take one, do you see three?
Yeah.
Just 1, 2, 3 like that. They're gonna go in your hands, squeeze them tight, turn your hand down like this, and now we're gonna tap, tap, and we're gonna make one disappear. Tap, tap, does it feel like two? All right, I'm gonna make another one disappear. Tap, tap, does it feel like there's only one in there?
Yeah.
Feels like there's only one now? Now we're gonna make them all disappear. Tap, tap, feel like they're all gone?
No.
Really? Carefully open up your both hands so we can all see, and let's see. Oh, there's 4 of them. Congratulations, you are magical. Good job. Appreciate it. And that is called the magic multiplying balls. All right, good. We got time for another super fun trick. Now, this is a trick that I really do at my children's birthday party shows, and it's usually the last trick in the show, because I have the birthday child help me. So let's see, who didn't get to help yet? Max, you didn't get to help at all, did you? So if you want to come around this way, you're going to be able to help me. All right? Let's see, you're going to stand right about, yeah, come on in here. We got this good here. All right, so Max, what I've got right here is a napkin. Take the napkin, please, and unfold it all the way like this. And hold that up so your friends can see that. Okay, now see this line going right down the middle? You got the line going straight down the middle? There you go, that's better. Okay, now give it a tear, like that. Yep, just tear it down there. Just tear it down more. Yeah, tear it down there, there you go, good job. Tear it down, just don't tear it all the way. No, that's all right. I'll tear it all the way too. All right, so hold up so everybody can see you got 2 pieces like this. All right, now lay the pieces on top of each other, one on top of the other one like that. All right, got it. And now we're going to give a fast tear right down the middle. That's right. Now lay the pieces on top of each other, and then turn it this way, and give another tear. Tear it right down the middle. Good job. Yeah, tear it all the way down the middle. And now squeeze all the pieces together. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Till another. See how small mine is? That's hold yours up so I can see it. Let's see how you did. Oh, wait, you gotta make it so, see how all those pieces are squeezed together? Because that's what makes it happen. When you squeeze it like that, the magic sweat helps. There, so squeeze tight, tight, tight. All right. Now, watch what happens. Don't open yours up yet, but watch what happens when I unfold my napkin. You see that now all of my pieces are all glued back. Wait a minute. Oh shoot, they're not all glued. What did I forgot to say the magic birthday words. Say happy birthday, Evan. Happy birthday, Evan. Now carefully open up the napkin, please. Open up so everybody can see it. Look at that. He put it all back together in one piece. It's like you're a magician. That's very good. Let's do one more cool thing. We're going to twist this like a rope, and I want you to grab the very top of it like that and give it a pull. Pull. Pull some more. Stay where you are. Just pull some more. There you go. Faster. Come on. There you go. Come on, Max. You can do it. Yay! Max is a magician. Give a big hand. Yay! You did great. Wonderful, Max. You may take a seat. Then there's one more thing. After we do the big magic trick at the end with the birthday child, there's one more thing that we have to do for all the kids, and that's make them a balloon animal. So every kid gets a balloon animal, and you guys are going to learn this too. That's the hardest part right there. I can't even blow this up anymore. We'll get you a balloon pump so you'll be able to do it. Just like that. Oh, this is going to be a silver poodle. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to blow up the tail. There we go. Got it. Just like that. And there is a silver poodle for you. Actually, that goes to birthday boy. There you go. All right. Just like that. All right. Great. So, those are the tricks that you'll be learning in the course. Of course, you're always open to learning more tricks on your own and adding any that you want to your birthday party show. But those tricks will work for children's audiences. And especially when you do the dumb jokes. Like you do the joke, you say, it's going to disappear, and then it doesn't disappear. And I've got another clip that I'm gonna show you guys of me just a 20-second performance where all I'm doing is trying to set a napkin on the edge of a chair, and it keeps a colored cloth, like a scarf, on the edge of a chair, and it keeps falling down on the ground accidentally, repeatedly, and the kids are just laughing and going crazy. So if you learn the audience management, it will make it into a fun, exciting show, because the show isn't really about the magic, it's really about the entertainment you're presenting as you present the magic. So you guys are going to be getting some props. In fact, all the props that you saw, you're going to need a container. It doesn't have to be a big one like this, but you're going to need a container that will hold this, and it shouldn't just be a bag, because these can smash. And if they smash, they won't work good. Although this is a regular cup you can buy at the grocery store, it's special because it has this recessed bottom on it. That's what makes the magic work. And you can't find them around. I had to look around for quite a ways to find them. So you gotta have a container that's big enough to hold that.
What's special about the bottom?
You see how it's recessed? You can put a ball in here, and and the cup doesn't stick up very far. You know, when a ball is inside of there, you can't really tell as much. You can tell a little bit, but you just press it down and see. They all look even, but one of them is actually holding a ball. So you're going to need to hold that. You all are going to be getting you're going to get 5 sponge balls, 4 one color and 1 a different color. You're going to be getting dice, and you're actually going to get 4 dice. Right there, those are little dice. And that's all you need to do the whole show. Did you all get the email I sent yesterday? Yeah?
I'm not sure.
Really? Oh, you gotta ask your parents about that, because I sent everybody an email yesterday. The other thing it said in the email is to bring 4 quarters. Because the tricks you can do with these dice, or with the 4 balls, you can also do 5 quarters. Maybe I said, maybe I did say 5. Yeah, I did say 5. Yeah, so that's good, so you've got that. Now you've got a box already, I see. That's great. What is this box? Where'd you get that from? It's like a shoe box or what?
The shoebox.
And did it come with that handle?
No, I made that.
You made that? Can you bring it up here so we can have it on camera and show it? If you don't mind showing, yeah. All right. Okay, so you got a shoebox and you painted it. Did you just make this recently?
Yeah,
Really? Just for this class?
yeah.
Wow, you're on the ball. Okay, I don't even know I can see how it opens up, but, that's gotta come up like that. Can we get it? Yeah, this box will be just, the right size, okay? Because you put all the cups in there, like that. You put the ropes in there. Cool, all right. But it doesn't have to be boxed like this. It can be any type of container. Oh, you got your money in there too. It can be any type of container. And you'll be getting the props as the class progresses. We won't be giving them all out at once, okay? Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate it.